Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner deleted photos of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry at Kris's 70th birthday bash. Let's talk about it.
In a surprising move, Kris Jenner and the Kardashians erased all traces of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle.
Kris Jenner's 0070 Bond-themed birthday party was a star-studded event to say the least.
From photos of Kris's 70th birthday party. Initially, Kris had posted images featuring the Duke and Duchess of Sussex.
But are Kris and Kim trying to forget that two stars were there? When Kris Jenner originally posted a carousel of photos from the party
at the star-studded event. However, those photos mysteriously vanished from her Instagram.
She included several photos featuring Meghan Markle and Prince Harry that have since been deleted.
Kim Kardashian also deleted a photo where she was smiling beside Meghan Markle as if the moment never existed.
Kim Kardashian also edited her post to remove a picture of her posing with Meghan. Both Kim and Kris deleted the images without saying a word.
The party, hosted at Jeff Bezos' $170 million estate, included A-list guests like Oprah.
But of course, eagle-eyed fans noticed and took to Reddit with screenshots of the deleted photos, including one of Kris posing with the couple
Beyoncé and Paris Hilton. The insiders say Harry and Meghan's presence was not warmly received.
As well as a few more candid moments of Meghan and Prince Harry just enjoying the party. I'm so intrigued by this.
It started as a glamorous Hollywood night out, the kind that should have been nothing more than a harmless appearance. But within hours, something far stranger unfolded. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle showed up at Kris Jenner's star-packed birthday celebration, mingling with billionaires and A-list icons, only for their photos to suddenly vanish from Kardashian social media pages. One moment the images were live for millions to see, the next gone without explanation. And that disappearance set off a wave of speculation that refused to die down. Were Harry and Meghan trying to avoid another royal backlash? Did the Kardashians remove the images to protect themselves from unwanted drama? Or was there something deeper happening behind the scenes? What began as a festive LA evening quickly spiraled into a full-blown mystery, pulling the Sussexes right back into the center of royal tension and Hollywood intrigue. And as new claims emerged from insiders on both sides, the entire situation became even more complicated than anyone expected. Harry and Meghan's weekend in Los Angeles was supposed to be a polished reminder that they were still welcomed among America's elite, and they certainly made an entrance that no one could ignore. Their night began at the Baby2Baby Gala, where they joined an audience of donors, celebrities, and philanthropists gathered to honor Serena Williams with the Giving Tree Award. The couple arrived hand in hand, smiling, relaxed, and dressed for a major moment. Meghan in a sleek black wrap-style dress that showed off just enough glamour for the occasion, and Harry in a sharp tuxedo pinned with a Remembrance Day poppy that signaled a nod to his roots. Guests described them as warm, confident, and fully immersed in the celebration. But the real spark of the evening came later, when they slipped from one exclusive event to another, heading straight to Kris Jenner's lavish 70th birthday party, hosted at the Beverly Hills mansion of Jeff Bezos and Sánchez. This wasn't just a gathering, it was a display of staggering Hollywood power, with Beyoncé, Oprah Winfrey, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Paris Hilton, Adele, Mariah Carey, and a long list of high-profile figures filling the room. For any ordinary celebrity, it would have been the ultimate networking moment. For Harry and Meghan, though, it was a delicate balancing act. Every step they took, every conversation they had, and every camera they passed carried political weight, especially as whispers of a potential reconciliation with the royal family continued to swirl. What seemed like an ordinary night among stars was already setting the stage for the controversy that would erupt only hours later. The real storm began when fans noticed something unusual happening on social media only hours after the party ended. Kris Jenner had posted a carousel of photos from her birthday celebration, showing Meghan smiling beside her and Harry standing just behind them, proof that the couple wasn't hiding in the background, but fully part of the night's inner circle. Kim Kardashian also shared her own snapshot featuring Meghan, a moment that instantly drew thousands of likes. But before anyone could settle into the idea of this unexpected royal Kardashian crossover, the images suddenly disappeared. No explanation, no statement, no "oops, wrong post," just gone. And because nothing involving the Sussexes goes unnoticed, the deletion sparked immediate speculation. Fans wondered whether Harry and Meghan had second thoughts about being associated with such a high-profile Hollywood family, or whether someone behind the scenes urged the Kardashians to pull the photos down before they created unnecessary attention. The mystery deepened quickly, turning a simple social media update into the beginning of a much larger controversy. As the deleted photo buzz grew louder, a new twist hit the rumor mill. Claims that Harry and Meghan hadn't checked no on a supposed photo consent form, forcing the Kardashians to remove the images. The idea spread fast because it sounded just believable enough. Hollywood events often include fine print agreements, and the Sussexes have a long history of trying to control how they're portrayed publicly. But almost as quickly as the rumor appeared, another source stepped in to shut it down, insisting that no such consent forms were ever used at the party. That contradiction raised even more questions. Were people trying to cover up a miscommunication? Was the consent form story a convenient excuse to protect someone's image? Or was it simply speculation filling the void left by everyone's silence? What should have been a simple clarification only muddied the situation, making the vanishing photos look far more intentional than accidental, and adding another layer to the unfolding mystery. Behind the scenes, the conversation shifted to something far more delicate than photo permissions. Harry and Meghan's fear of stirring up another round of royal tension. A source claimed the couple didn't want to piss off the royal family, while attempts at reconciliation were still quietly happening, and that single detail instantly reframed everything. If true, it meant the Sussexes were walking a tightrope, trying to enjoy their Hollywood connections without giving the palace any reason to accuse them of chasing celebrity spotlight. Appearing too cozy with the Kardashians, one of the most media-scrutinized families on the planet, risked becoming ammunition for critics already questioning their judgment. For Meghan, being photographed alongside Kim Kardashian could fuel a fresh wave of headlines. For Harry, it might reinforce the narrative that he drifted too far from the royal world he left behind. That tension created the perfect environment for panic over even one misplaced photo, turning a glamorous evening into a potentially risky misstep at a time when they could least afford it. While Harry and Meghan tried to keep the evening low-key, the reaction from palace insiders pushed the situation into an entirely different spotlight. Reports claim that some within royal circles viewed the couple's appearance at such an extravagant Hollywood party as tacky, a word that cuts straight to the heart of the long-running tension between the Sussexes and the monarchy. According to those insiders, the over-the-top luxury of the event clashed sharply with the more grounded, measured image Prince William is trying to build for the institution, an image centered on duty, restraint, and careful public positioning. Seeing Harry mingling with billionaires and reality TV royalty only reinforced the narrative that he'd stepped into a world completely detached from the values the palace is pushing forward. Whether fair or not, those comments fueled the idea that every move the Sussexes make is being scrutinized through a royal lens, where even a glamorous night out becomes a statement about loyalty, identity, and how far Harry has drifted from the family he's reportedly trying to mend fences with. Inside the party itself, the atmosphere was far from the tension brewing online. Guests described Harry and Meghan as relaxed, social, and fully immersed in the glamorous chaos around them. Meghan's long-sleeved black gown fit perfectly with the event's sleek, spy-themed aesthetic, while Harry's tuxedo blended him seamlessly into the crowd of Hollywood heavyweights. The couple had already warmed up earlier that night at the Baby2Baby Gala, cheering on Serena Williams as she received her award, so by the time they arrived at Kris Jenner's celebration, they were already in high spirits, and they were surrounded by a rare mix of power. Beyoncé chatting nearby, Paris Hilton moving through the room, and billionaires like Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg sharing the space with Adele and Mariah Carey. It was the kind of gathering most people would only see in a magazine, yet Harry and Meghan were placed right in the center of it. There were no signs of discomfort or hesitation, no hint that anything about the evening would later turn into controversy. In that moment, they seemed to be simply enjoying the night, unaware that a few deleted photos would quickly turn their casual presence into the latest headline storm. As speculation continued building, attention shifted toward Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian themselves because their social media silence spoke louder than any statement they could have given. The fact that both women deleted photos featuring Meghan, and in Kim's case, one where Harry appeared blurred in the background, raised immediate questions about why they backed away so quickly. Some observers believe the Sussexes quietly asked for the removal to avoid stirring tension with the palace, while others suspected the Kardashians acted on their own to dodge involvement in royal drama that could overshadow Jenner's milestone celebration. There was also the possibility of a simple miscommunication, a moment where someone realized the couple might not have wanted the images shared so widely. Regardless of the reason, none of the Kardashian reps offered clarification, and Harry and Meghan's camp didn't address the situation either. That collective silence only heightened the sense that something had happened behind the scenes, creating a vacuum where rumors took on a life of their own and turning a pair of missing Instagram posts into a full-blown mystery. What the entire saga ultimately revealed was something far bigger than a handful of deleted photos. It exposed the tightrope Harry and Meghan walk every time they step into the public eye. In Hollywood, mingling with billionaires and global superstars is considered normal, even expected. But when you're still tied to the royal family by blood and history, every interaction becomes symbolic. Their appearance at Kris Jenner's birthday highlighted how easily the Sussexes can slip into the world of celebrity power, yet the rapid disappearance of their images showed how quickly that same world can collide with their complicated royal reality. The couple has long tried to balance their independence with the lingering expectations of the monarchy, but this situation made clear how fragile that balance remains. One moment they're enjoying a carefree night among friends, and the next, they're at the center of speculation about palace tensions, Hollywood alliances, and hidden motives. It was a reminder that, for Harry and Meghan, even the simplest social outing can snowball into a narrative that neither side fully controls, and that tension continues to shape how they move through both worlds. In the end, the mystery surrounding those vanished party photos said far more than the images themselves ever could. What should have been a simple night of celebration spiraled into another reminder of how closely the Sussexes' every move is watched, interpreted, and folded into a much larger story about power, family, and identity. Whether the deletions were the result of a quiet request, a misunderstanding, or a strategic decision, the fallout exposed just how complicated life remains for Harry and Meghan as they navigate two worlds that rarely blend smoothly. Hollywood may welcome them with open arms, but the shadow of the monarchy still follows them everywhere, shaping how their actions are seen and how their relationships are judged. And as long as the tension between those two realities exists, even something as ordinary as a photo on Instagram will continue to spark questions about where they truly stand and what their next move might be.